Well, folks, I've been thinking today the Colonel's going to take a little walk. We're going to try to show you around where I'm currently live in San Juan, Batangas. See what you think. It might be what some of you think. It might not be what some of you think. There's a little bit of everything over here in the Philippines. It's not just all poor people like everyone thinks. Not everybody lives in squalor. Like I rent a house. I don't pay a lot of money. But it's a decent house. Now it's a mess right now because I'm packing up everything to move. But yeah, it's a nice day today. I thought it was gonna rain, but right now the sun is out. There's the old yard behind me. Now I only pay 10,000 pesos a month for this house. And it's got 3 bedrooms. It's got 2 CRs or bathrooms for you non-Filipino people. I've got a big old mango tree. Big mango tree right there. We'll take a walk over there and look at, there's the mango tree behind me. Let me flip it around and we'll show you. Here we go. There's the mango tree. And that thing gets covered with mangoes. And it creates a heck of a mess when the leaves all come down. But that's okay. There's my front yard. I got a few plants. Of course, everything's getting packed up and getting ready to go. Everybody asks the Colonel, why you live there by yourself? 3-bedroom, big house. Well, the only answer I can give them, because I like it. But I don't like it enough to stay here. That's why I'm moving to a different island. There's the back area. So there are some decent houses here. I'm not crazy about the paint color, but this house doesn't belong to me. I just rent. Let's go over here now. Got to unlock the gate because I like security a little bit, and I choose to keep my gate locked most of the time, unless I'm going in and out quite a bit. And look at that. I already unlocked it. I forgot. Might have been unlocked since yesterday. That's scary. I don't feel very secure now. All right. I'll show you down the street here a little bit where I live. There we go. Yep. That's down the street where I live. There we go. Concrete street. This is a development. This is an older neighborhood, older subdivision. All right, let's take a walk through the neighborhood. I'm actually going to walk into town and walk around a little bit, show you a little bit of San Juan, Batangas. You can look over my shoulder and see some of the places. There's a nice house there behind me. Big 2-story house. And sorry store is like what we call in America mom and pop shop. There's a sorry store. There's so many of them along this street here, it's not even funny. A lot of them. There's that big house I was telling you about. Looks like they're doing some laundry there a little bit. That's normal. And here we go. Now this right in front of me is a school, believe it or not. The wall on the other side of the wall, shortly after I moved here, that caught on fire. The whole building was on fire. I thought the whole street was gonna go up, but it mainly just burnt that one building. Now you see they have steel units in there. They're not going to take a chance on the fire anymore. That actually almost looks like a cargo container, but it's not. This is a little elementary school, private school, not public. And this development is called BVM. There go a couple young ladies waving at me. I guess they saw the camera and they wanted to be part of that. So this is BVM. And to my knowledge, I'm the only foreigner that lives in here. So now typically in a neighborhood or barangay, they'll have a basketball court. Now this isn't the barangay, but this is just the subdivision. This is their version of the basketball court. Now, when I first moved in here, it was all torn up, but they're making improvements slowly. They filled in all the cracks, and I see they put in brand new steel. That's brand new. Those weren't here the other week. They're going to put up brand new basketball nets in the backboards. That's going to be heavy duty. That's nice. So they're improving this little basketball court. That's a good thing for the people that live here. It'll give the kids and the young people something to do, and that's nice. Here's typical Filipino fashion, people doing laundry. Believe it or not, I kind of do my laundry like that too. Let's keep walking. Not getting anywhere if I just stand there talking and I want to get into town. I'm gonna try to go to the market. And here we go. Get over on the other side of the street here. This is just typical subdivision living for an older subdivision. They're all Filipino people. I'm the only foreigner that lives in here, and that's okay. They never treated me badly. Sometimes the karaoke gets a little obnoxious, but that's the Philippines. It's just the way it is. Here we go. There's a Jeep, kind of like the one I got rid of. They sell the filtered water in the big jugs, much like most of us buy. And they also work on vehicles. Look at those coconuts. Look at that. That's a dwarf coconut tree. They always have lots of coconuts. These are some nicer homes in here, older homes. Some of the people are kept really, really nice. And then you have others that aren't kept up so nice, like that one. Here's another sorry store right there. Now you'll see a lot of these in the little towns. This little apartment building. These are popular. The people, they have a plot of land. They'll build these. Oh, let me get that down. They'll build these apartments. That building there has got 8 units in it. Each one of those doorways is a little unit. You can see how small they are. It's basically just you go in, it's one big room, and they'll have a kitchen area in the back and a CR. And these, I don't believe, have a bedroom. It's just an open room, so you sleep and you do everything. It's like a studio. All right, let's keep going. There's one of our local tricycles. They sit in here in the subdivision and they wait for customers to come up, and so they can take them places and get a little bit of money. That's how they earn income in the Philippines. And because of the school right near my house, you'll see a lot of tricycles and stuff going there for the school to pick up the kids. And what a lot of the families will do is they'll pay a service fee so that every day the same tricycle picks up their kids. There's another owner type Jeep. I walk by this one all the time. I really like this one. And I was going to ask the guy if it was for sale, but I bought the other one instead. But that one's a little bit different. And here's something interesting in the Philippines right there. That's your homemade car washing station. People pull up there and they put money in the slot there in that little box, and the plastic container's full of water, and they pressure wash their vehicles or their motorbikes. Not a bad way to make money. Not going to make a lot, but you make more than what you had before. Let's see, we're going to walk down this way. It's just the way. Here we go. We're gonna go up past here. There's a little bakery on the left. Smell the bread. That smells good. I bought from there a couple times. Really nice people. But if I eat like that all the time, oh, I get fat. Another tricycle on the right. There's an e-bike in front of us. They're becoming more and more popular, the e-bikes. There's the little bakery. Good stuff right there. Smells good too. Okay. Let's see what else. There we go, wings. Now we're coming up on, to the right of us is the Catholic Church. You can't see it because of the wall, but on the left and the right is we're gonna go by a school, another private school. And I want to say it's, yeah, BEC, Batangas Eastern Colleges. That's who runs these schools. Well, there's a college here too, a university. But there's also a high school. They just did these paintings here recently, within the past year. I watched the guys who's doing it. That's really nice artwork. All right. That to the right there, that's another entrance to the school. You see they always have security at the gates. A lot of security in the Philippines, you know. It's to help keep it safe, but it also creates jobs for the people. There's another sorry store we're going by. And this road here is the entrance. Goes down that road there. It's on the other side of the wall. Sorry about the motorbikes. I forgot to use my mic. But we'll see how this works out. If it's really bad, we'll try something different next time. Now this is walking out towards one of the main streets that goes around the town and out into Lipahan Barangay, which is actually where my house is in Lipahan. San Juan also has Poblacion and a few other barangays. This is pretty much a small town, but when the schools are going on, sometimes, especially this area, there's a lot of traffic. Let's go across the street here. We're not gonna, if I were to keep going straight back before I turn right here, and go onto that road and turn left, that goes down towards the Lipahan High School for San Juan. Now this just started the other day. You see all this rebar and steel, and they're building something here. I'm not quite sure, some kind of structure. I don't know if it's just gonna be a house or what it's gonna be. But anyway, they're like full speed ahead on this thing. And, I don't know what he's beeping his horn at. The Filipinos love to beep their horns. Sometimes they beep their horn just to say hello to you. They'll beep their horn to say thank you. And they'll beep their horn to say other things that we probably don't want to repeat. But most of the time what I run into is, it's a friendly beep. They're not doing it in anger. The other predominant beeping of the horns is just out of impatience. You know, you'll be sitting at a red light and hadn't even turned green yet, and they already start beeping the horns telling you to go. And I'm like, the light ain't even green yet, dude. So now we're heading up towards the town of San Juan. There's a little restaurant here. I've never eaten in there, but it seems to be pretty popular. Right now there's nobody, but towards the evening it'll be jam-packed full of people. Tricycle. Well, now we're coming up to what they call ancestral home. And there's some beautiful ancestral homes here in San Juan. And there's some, they're big, but they're not so beautiful, just because, you know, the family, for whatever reason, haven't kept up on them. And this is one that could be very beautiful, but they need to do some work on it. It could be beautiful if they wanted to. And then we go right across the street, across this intersection, and this one is beautiful. Huge ancestral home. I think this is one of the founding families here in San Juan. And but I admire this house every time I go by. Yeah, it's nice. Beautiful home. And they pretty much maintain it. There's an older couple that I see in there that they maintain the grounds because they have a big yard here on the side, lots of trees. And I love the wall with the concrete and the cast iron. And so you know, you could put 2 more houses in there if you wanted. Easy. Maybe more if you did Filipino style. But yeah, that's ancestral home. Beautiful. Oh, there's the laundry hanging out the window there. So somebody's living in there. So, and this is unfortunate, but this is something new for San Juan that you don't see much of, but starting to see it crop up. There's the graffiti. That's brand new. I haven't seen much graffiti in this town till just recently, so evidently there's a group going around, probably some young punks just trying to get attention and get noticed. There is drug activity in this town, unfortunately, and it could be part of that too. I don't know. We've had some bad things happen here past few months, and it's unfortunate. That's a big bougainvillea right there. They need to prune that thing back. Yeah. There's some bamboo, and it looks like a Norwich pine or some type of pine tree there. Somebody will correct me if I post this. Let's get across here. Ah, there's your new Ford, or your new Ford. Listen to me, Ford. Your new Toyota Tamaral, that white vehicle. And they're odd looking the first time you see them, but in my opinion, that's the way a truck should look. There's a car wash right here. Yeah. They call themselves pro detailers, and there's something chicken there and other stuff, rice bowl. And see, if you live in an apartment, this is the way you do your laundry. Right there. Yeah. There's no shame in their game. You got to do what you got to do. I don't like to criticize what people do anymore since I've lived Southeast Asia for so long. You know, you do what you got to do in the situation that you're in. This is a unique place. They got it screened instead of a steel gate or anything. They just got netting across. So here we are. We're coming up to another one of the very large ancestral homes. And this might be one of the founding families. I get this one and that one mixed up because that one is actually in better shape than this one that's coming up. But this one is bigger. And we'll see. You want to say hello? Okay. You want to say hello? You can say hello. Say hello. Okay. 3 schoolgirls there. They saw the camera, so they wanted to get in it. They said, hello. The Colonel's Chronicles. I'm vlogging. Yeah. Yeah. So they all. You gotta love Filipino people. They're so friendly, and they see the camera. They want to get. Most of them want to get in on it. You know, I know the laws and stuff. They want to protect the people, and I agree with that. But most of the Filipino people, they're so friendly, and they love the camera. Here's that home. If I can get, I'm too close to get all of it, but it goes way up there, and it comes down, and they've got a area there to pull in and drop people off. Of course, it's always chained off because I don't believe anyone is living in that home. It's maintained, but I don't think anyone's living in there. But it's a big one. And this street in the evening time is all vendors selling food. and things like that. And you can get your lumpia, you can get your fried chicken, you can get all kinds of stuff there. Now the gamba boy, everything. You can see the sign there. A little bit of everything. And the city allows them to keep their carts here. But at nighttime, they shut this road off and you can't drive through it once the vendors all get set up. Then they shut the street off. I found that out the hard way because I only had one end. One end was shut off. The other end you could pull in. I got all the way to the other end and it was roped off, and I was like, people were staring at me. I'm on my motorbike. Yeah, I'm an idiot. And they're all looking at me like, yeah, you're an idiot. So that was funny. So here we are coming into town. The edge of town, actually. You see this is the main road. This is typical small town in the provinces. Always traffic on the main road. And you can see we got a McDonald's in San Juan right there. Mickey D's. It was closed down a few months back for a long time. I think there were some public health violations in there. I'm not sure. I don't eat there very much. But if you get an urge for McDonald's, it's right there. And they have birthday parties upstairs for the youngins. Let's keep walking. And we got banks everywhere. There's land bank. Now this is interesting. If you want a real steak, like beef steak, there's a place back here where they sell. Now they got the sign covered up, but back in there they got freezers full of beef steaks that you can buy. Now you're gonna pay for them. They ain't cheap, but it's there if you want it. Now here's this was a beautiful old style traditional wooden home. I don't know how, it's probably over 100 years old, but they just tore it down recently. So now it's a vacant lot. And I'm assuming they're gonna build something new in there, or maybe they're gonna put a business. When the guys were tearing it down, they either didn't know or they didn't know how to tell me. But I hated to see them tearing down the old wood structure. It was beautiful, beautiful home. Let me see if I can adjust this a little more. Okay. There we go. Typical street, San Juan. And really, I'm kind of doing this also as a record for myself because I'm going to be leaving this town shortly. And I want to remember some of it. I want to try to keep these people out of the videos if I can. I'm busy right now. So, you gotta love that. Those were some of the boys begging, and my usual response back to them is I beg back to them, because technically a lot of people don't know this, but it's illegal to do that in the Philippines. Now there's our old Dunkin' Donuts. We got a brand new one all the way down the road, a big one. There's our new KFC in the distance. I try to be nice to people begging, but those guys were a little bit obnoxious, and I didn't really like that. I kind of had to cut them off. There's the LBC branch right there. You can ship things with them, and they're very efficient, very quick. They're not cheap. Not the cheapest way to ship things, but they will get things there pretty quickly, sometimes overnight. They're very fast. And we'll go over here. I got some more people walking here. So I don't want to get them. I want to be polite to the people and respect their privacy if they don't want to be in the video. Here's Pure Gold. This is where I do a lot of my shopping. Groceries and stuff like that. Now if we look down this street to the right, all the way down there is the Catholic Church and Catholic school down there also. Motorbike shops. I think we're going to cross over here if I can do it without getting myself killed. A lot of traffic today. Yeah, a lot of traffic today. We'll let some of this traffic go by and we'll just, there's KFC. Kind of what you do in the Philippines, in small towns. You want to cross the road, you just stick your hand out and lower it below the waist and just kind of stop the people so they don't kill you. And usually they respect that, not always. There's KFC. There's a China bank. I think I'm going to walk down the main street first before we go back to the market. There's Andox. And there's a shawarma shack. We sell a little bit of everything. And there's a Yamaha. I went into there asking them if they had the bike that I wanted, and they didn't, so I had to go up to Lipa and buy mine. They weren't familiar with the model that I got, which is it's funny because it's a pretty popular bike. Once people see it, they want it. The other Filipino favorite restaurant, Inasal. Unlimited rice. So if you're a Filipino, you're loving that. Unlimited rice. Oh my goodness. Because like they say, you know, rice is life. Rice is life in the Philippines. But, hello. It's a new building here that I'm not sure what's going to be in there. Looks like some new businesses. I don't know if you notice or not, but most of the people, when they get up to me, they see me, they're smiling at me. They're happy. And they like to see the camera. If anybody indicates that they don't like it or whatever, I turn away and I apologize to them so that they're not on the camera. And but now this store here is called FC Home Center. I've bought some appliances in there. They've always been nice to me. They're not the cheapest, but they're really nice people. There's Watson's over there. I'm going to turn left and head back towards the market, or some people say the wet market, but market here in San Juan, they say sell a little bit of everything, and even outside the market. So anyway, here's our one of our fruit vendors, one among many. And here's your all-purpose store here. They've got a little bit of everything in this shop, and Colonel's even giving them some of his money. These are your typical Philippine hardware store, mom and pop hardware store. You can get concrete, you get sheet metal for your roofing, steel for building or whatever. There's netting, there's sprayers for farming, all kinds. There's tools in there, all kinds of stuff. And here's some of your plywood and masonite. Okay. Okay, that's the market right across the street there. And I'm going to go around. private grocery store, privately owned. This gets kind of congested in here with all the tricycles. We go in the market. If I go in the right spot, you'll see they have parking specifically for the tricycles. Here's a DIY. Free advertisement DIY on the Colonel's Chronicles channel. Hook me up. We're gonna go in here. You can see the tricycles parked right down the center here. And they get customers coming out of the market. Now, there's one got a stereo system going. Okay. Let's go back here and get my... I'm going back to the meat section. I want to get some pork because I'm going to make some pasta probably tomorrow. See all the tricycles, and then all kinds of shops here. Yeah. Excuse me. Now I want to be cognizant to anybody that is not wanting to be on this video, and we want to respect their privacy. So far everybody knows that I'm vlogging, and they get a kick out of it. They see a foreigner with a camera like this, they think it's funny. Now I've bought quite a few things at these shops over here. Your brooms, knives, things for cutting. Yeah. Machetes. I can't remember the Tagalog word now. Not bolo. Yeah, maybe bolo, but fruit. And look, we even got little kitty cats. There he goes. Helping keep the rodents out of the market. I want you to see here, we're in the market. See all the tricycles lined up there, waiting for customers. And same thing over here. They'll go all the way out, and each of these roads is one way. That road is one way that direction. This side is one way, obviously, the other direction. So it goes in a big loop around the market here in San Juan. And I'm walking by a lot of shops, but this isn't the area that I want to be in. I'm going back to the wet market where all the meat is, and I'll show you the fish and all that other stuff. And I just need to get me a kilo of pork, and I'll probably take it home and grind it myself before I pack up my grinder. And so when you want something in San Juan, this is where you come and get it. The vendors are super nice, very helpful, because you know they're trying to earn a peso here and there. And we'll see. Usually they when I get back to this section, they start talking to me, but we'll see. And they always ask me what I want, and I usually tell them I want 4 million pesos. Bear with me, I gotta go up the steps slowly. And this vegetable stand here is where I used to buy my veggies. And then here's my friend Rona here. She sells vegetables too. Very nice young lady. But I'm going through past all this. Well, I might get a couple vegetables too. But for now, I'm going to go back here and get some pork. There's tilapia right there. And I usually, well, let's go. Oh, there's the kitty cat. Let's go and see if they got my pork. Not chicken today. This is my stand. Hey Mom, do you mind if I video? Okay. YouTube. Okay. The Colonel's Chronicles. It's my channel. I need to get some pork. This is basically what you'll see, the pork. And This is the family I get from all the time. They also sell some chicken. And
How many kilos?
I just want
One.
today. And let me get 2 kilos, but put it 1 kilo in each bag. Yeah, I can. You don't need to grind it. I think I can grind it myself. Yeah. So this is how you get fresh meat in the Philippines, and they get the pork from their supplier and they bring it here and sell it. Okay.
It's okay.
That's fine. That's fine. $3.80 a kilo today, which is not cheap, but I've seen it higher. You like that? How you like that cutting board? I'll put the meat out there and then I'm just gonna bag it up. Usually I have a grinder at home, so I'm gonna grind it myself. But thank you, sir. Say hello to everybody. Welcome to the Colonel's Chronicles channel. I got my little Echo bag. So really today is not that many people here. I've been here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I've been here. Thank you. Yeah, Salamat. Yeah, Salamat. Let's go look at the fish, just so you guys can see. I'm not buying any today, but we'll just get you guys to see it. I usually get my chicken right here, but I'm not getting chicken today. Not today. See, beautiful looking fish. Mom, do you mind if I video? Okay. Yeah, beautiful fish. I wish I ate fish, because if I did, I would be here all the time buying fish. It's like milk fish there. That's what they separate that like that to eat it, or they dry it like that too. And you mind if I video? You okay? Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, we got his attention. Yeah. So, awesome, beautiful. There you go, Michael Lee White. Do you mind if I video? Are you okay? Okay. Beautiful fish. I want to get the fish. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Oh, there's one. They're still kicking right there. All right, that's our San Juan fish market. Hello. Oh, I thought he jumped in my bag. I thought he went in the bag. The tilapia just jumped off the table. I thought it went into my bag, but it went on the floor. Oh, there we go. Some nice fish. Real nice fish there. Hello. Hello. I'm the Colonel. I'm doing the Colonel's Chronicles here. We're going through San Juan. I'm getting ready to move, so I want to have a good memory of the market. Yeah. So.
Have fun.
Yeah.
We
And-
get the memories here.
For those of you that didn't catch that, she's trying to tell me how beautiful she is. And she is beautiful. I'll give her that. It's okay. She's almost as pretty as I am. You guys have a good day. This is going on YouTube. So. They're so sweet. You gotta love the Filipino people there, and the Filipino ladies there. They love the camera, and they love to pose, and they like to talk and smile. That's why I'm so happy living here, because, you know, even in Thailand, you know, people smile sometimes, but not like over here. It's just different over here. Very enjoyable. So this is the back side of the market and coming up the other street. And different types of shops over here. We're out of the wet market now. I'm trying to think. I probably should get some other things, but I'm not going to. Different grocery type shops and stuff. There we go. You can pretty much get whatever you want. If they got it in the Philippines, you can get it right here. And it's all good. I need to be careful. I got some traffic coming up here. Yeah. There we go. There's your fresh eggs. Rice. Some more fruit. Excuse me. You'll see a lot of rice shops like this. You mind if I video? For YouTube. This is how you get. And you can choose which rice you want. And those prices are per kilo. I think the last time I went, I paid 50 something, but I got the highest quality they had. Thanks, fellas. You want to say hello? Say hello. Thank you. Salamat. Okay. Getting a little more crowded, more people. I want to be careful of who I'm filming, so I don't offend anybody. Yeah, there's actually, for this market, there's actually parking up there. You can go up there and park because there's no parking out here on the street pretty much except for the tricycles and the motorbikes. That's about all you can get out here. Hello. See how friendly the people, they're just saying hello. Really, it's not because they want to be my friend. I think it's really they just want to be on the camera because they like the attention. I love it. These people, they make me smile, make me happy. And most of the time, I'm good. You want to be on cameras for YouTube? Okay, here's some guys. Just say hello. Ah, here we go. What are we eating?
I'm from Philippines.
What are we eating today?
Give me 25 pesos. Bibili ng
25 pesos? 25 pesos. I don't even have that on me. I should have known they'd ask me for money. It'd crack me up. That's just some guys getting together, friends getting together at the market. Those are probably tricycle drivers eating a little bit. And hello. And so now this store over here, Safeway, this used to be where I bought most of my stuff, where I bought my mattresses and everything. But last year they had a fire. They caught on fire and it's been shut down ever since. It's really, so that was a big thing in this town when the Safeway caught on fire. And they haven't opened yet. They've been in there working on it and cleaning up, but it's been months and it still isn't open yet. So either the owners, you know, they don't have the capital to open it back up because they lost so much, or maybe the damage was so much. And I know there was a lot of smoke damage because that was something else. And yeah, that was a bad day in San Juan because most of the people shop there. Here you go. Everybody's got to have this. You know what that is? Yeah, that's the old Jollibee. Not my favorite place to eat, but most Filipinos, they love Jollibee. Now you'll hear these guys drive by and call out tricycle, tricycle, because they're you know, like taxis. They're trying to get a fare. And let's walk in here. We're not going to go into Jollibee, but we're just going to walk in here a little bit. Usually the people, there's a lot of people hanging out this part. They're begging outside Jollibee. It's usually just a certain group. Same people all the time. Alright, I'm going to cross back over the street on my side of town and start making my way back home. I got a lot of footage here. I'll have to, thank you, I'll have to edit. Thank you. You know, he acted like he's going to let me go, then he tried to hit me. He trying to be funny. I guess I didn't walk fast enough for him. I don't know. So now we're walking back the other direction on the main road. Gotta watch out. These tricycles don't hit you because sometimes they don't care. It's all good. And every, you know, you got a Jollibee, so anybody that lives here knows that if you got a Jollibee, what do you have to have? You got to have a Chow King right next door or close by. Chow King's pretty good food in my opinion, but they don't give me enough unless you buy extra. Although I have cut back a lot on what I eat. I don't eat as much as I used to. It's all good. Now here's the store here that I've been having problems with. Save Land. That security guard in there, he and I don't see eye to eye. And yeah, we've had some words. Stopping me the other day because I had an Echo bag. I just looked at him and I turned around and walked out. I don't need to shop there. Like, if you want to get petty and stupid about something that really you don't have to worry about, I don't need to shop at your business. That's just my opinion. And some people will say, I'm a jerk, but I'm like, no, you know, respect goes both ways. I don't care if you're security or not. I was in law enforcement. Respect is earned. And if you want to be respected, you got to give respect. And some of these security guys, it's usually the guys, not the girls, that they, you know, they want to act like tough guys and act like, you know, they're running something. And now I'm not saying be disrespectful, because no, don't do that in the Philippines. They take these security guys seriously. But I'm sorry, I've been where they're at, and I know the job, and I know what's involved in it, and you can still be respectful to people, and you don't have to act stupid or, you know, just over the top about certain things. Because if you watch them, I watch to see, are they enforcing the same things with everybody or just the foreigners or certain people? Now here's another water company. This is how you get water in the Philippines. Now these guys are getting ready to go out and deliver. You guys mind if I film you? You okay? Okay. They're going out to deliver the water. And if you see on their tricycle, they have double layer, which is really convenient for what they're doing. Be safe. And then here's the water company in town. This is a fairly new company. You can see, I don't know if you can see in there, you really can't see the filtering system. Here, this is what we call a Bajaj. That's the Bajaj RE. Now I actually know this guy. He delivers packages to my house. I know him real well, actually. He's a nice fella. Although he usually comes to my house last. Here we go. Look at that Jeep set up. He's even got himself an old army trailer on the back there. I'd love to have that thing. We passed that earlier, but I didn't take notice to the trailer. And, the Jeep I got rid of the other day was a little bit bigger than that. And we're back by the KFC. Back by the Yamaha. This is a typical noontime, lunchtime frame in San Juan, Batangas on a Saturday. And usually this is where I get my tricycles. When I go to Pure Gold, these guys, they line up over here and they wait for you. And when I come out, I just wave to them and they come right over and park over here and they pick you up and they take you to wherever you want to go. Now, if you're on the other side of the street, the main road here, they're going to charge you a few pesos more than if you're on this side. I kind of get a kick out of that, but that's just the way they work it. And, all right. I think I'm going to go ahead and shut it off here. You guys get an idea. I didn't go down a lot of streets, just a few of the streets, and showed you the main street, San Juan. But this is a typical town in Batangas. They pretty much kind of all look the same. The small town in the provinces. We don't have a lot here, but we got a little bit. There's no mall, anything like that. If you want to go to the mall, you got to go to Candelaria. There's a small mall, or you got to go the other direction to Lipa. Now there is a nice pizza restaurant out on the corner here past the McDonald's called Basilio's. I haven't eaten there in a minute, but I used to eat there quite a bit. They do oven-fired pizza. Oh, here's something interesting. You need to clean your motorcycle helmet right here. Now this shop is run by a mother and daughter, and the daughter's name's Fiend. She helps me out with whatever I need. If I got to send money or load my phone or whatever. But this thing right here, that's for cleaner motorbike helmet. You stick your helmet in there, put the coins in, and I don't know what all it shoots in there, but smoke comes out, and they use some kind of chemical, and I don't know. I've talked to people using it, and I say, is it clean? And they're like, yeah, it's good. And this is interesting here. This is a combination bakery and pharmacy. Now you can try to figure that out if you want, but they're nice people in there too. Now I'm going to go back a different way because I want to show you something. I'm going to go by your typical motorbike shop for mechanic here in the Philippines, and usually on the weekends these guys are just covered up with work. It's not too bad today, but they're always working on something in here, and they do a good job. They got most of your tricycles. You want to be on YouTube? Say hello.
Hello.
Hey, these guys are hard at work. Every time I go by here, these guys are working on something, and I want to be careful that people don't. But yeah, they're working on. I don't know what that is. Oh, a little Mio. Yeah, but see, they've got all kinds of work. They're always busy here, which tells me that they. Thank you. Yeah, they do good work here. If they didn't, they wouldn't have so many customers. But they have customers every time I go by. So, yeah. If you want to see yourself, it's the Colonel's Chronicles. That's my page on YouTube. Yeah, I'll post this later on. It'll be on there.
Okay, I can follow.
Yeah, please subscribe. Yeah, the Colonel's Chronicles. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to leave San Juan. I've been here 2 years, so I'm just going around and videotaping so I have a record of where I used to live.
What's your name in
The Colonel's Chronicles.
Okay.
It's a little bit long.
The Colonel.
The Colonel's Chronicles. We're
I can
gonna
follow you.
hold that. Don't drop it. Oh, here.
Bilog. Bilog. What's up? Okay na. Take, magkano lang? Magkano din ka?
It's not easy getting old. Okay, we're back again. I stopped there at that motorbike shop, and they wanted to know the channel and wanted to subscribe and whatnot. So I sent them a link. Hopefully they'll get it. It took me a minute to figure it out. I couldn't find the young fella on Messenger, but I got him. Here's some of the old style wooden structure that I was talking about when I told you that one house was torn down. It was similar to this, only a lot nicer. Hey fellas, wave to YouTube. There you go. Hello. Now everybody wants to be on here now. Little church here in San Juan, not Catholic. I think that's the United Church Christ Pentecostal, I think is what that stands for. I might be wrong on that. There's another grocery store. Now this is kind of in a residential part of town, so it's a little bit different, but it's bigger than a Sorry store. I've never shopped in there. And there's apartments up above it. There's Dash Coffee. Okay, we're heading down towards the Catholic school and the Catholic church. I might go into the Catholic church to show you the Catholic church. I wasn't going to, but I might do it. Look at this little OTJ. It's been sitting here for a long time. I would love to get that building and restore it, refurbish it, and turn it into a house. It's a huge building. I think it's an old government building. I think people are squatting in there, sleeping in there at nighttime. Now here's an old style hotel. I've checked it out, but I've never stayed there. And they rent rooms by the 12-hour block. Or by the hour, or overnight. It just depends what you want to spend. But now I believe this is the restaurant in the front here. The rooms are in the back. But I've always been intrigued by that place. I love the wooden structures. Look at the pottery. I love it. Oh, pottery out front here too. That's kind of how the Colonel likes to decorate. Had a lot of pottery when I was in Thailand also. Here we go. This is if you want to drive in to the hotel. Yeah, 4-story hotel. Yeah. Now this, if you go down straight ahead, you go into that alley that goes to the Catholic school entrance. And the Catholic church is off to the right. We'll go over there and look at it, even though it's not going in the direction I need to go in. On Sundays, you can walk through to the other side and get to the street where the entrance to my subdivision is, but on normal days you can't. It might be open today, because if they're having mass, it'll be open. Yeah. There's the Catholic church in there. And you're going to have street vendors along here selling food for people that are going to mass or going to school or whatever. And you'll see them. And sometimes where I come along here to get my lumpia when I have the urge for lumpia. Welcome to San Juan, Batangas. So, and let's go see. I think they're having mass right now. And yeah, this is the only Catholic church I know of here in San Juan. If there's another one, I don't know about it, but this one, and it's beautiful in here. Hello, say hi to YouTube. Okay, I just want to get to church. So, in your Catholic church, a lot of this one anyway has a pretty big compound, and people come here, they hang out. It amazes me. They'll be here selling balloons and all kinds of stuff to the parishioners that are coming here to go to church. There's even basketball court over there, and it's beautiful in here with the palms and the trees and stuff. And in the back they just built a new structure. Over here they have a memorial bell, a little bit of the history in here, and we'll see the gardens. It's beautiful. It looks like they need to rake the grass, but it's still beautiful. And there's the bell. Do that. I'm doing YouTube, fellas. You okay? Or you don't have to be in it. That's okay. I don't care if you are, but I like to ask to make sure you're okay. Yeah. And there's the memorial for the bell from the church. Yeah. This is within 5 minutes walking, 5 or 10 minutes walking of my house. And you can see they got the Christmas trees set up already. They probably put those up in September, beginning of September probably. And then a little walkway. They're cleaning up here. They cut the grass, it looks like. And these fellas were okay with being on the video. They just thought they were getting in my way. Yeah. There's Joseph Morello Institute. This is the church. I don't know if it'll let me. There we go. I'll get better at this as time goes on. They have a mass going on. Yeah, I don't want to go in there with the camera while the mass is going on. So, but it's beautiful inside also. I just can't go in there while mass is going on because it's not respectful. So, I think if I get lucky, the back gate will be open and I'm going to save a lot of walking. But look at this building. Look at this church. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. I want to say this church was built in the 1800s, but I could be incorrect. If you read that sign about the bell, it tells you. I don't remember. I could be totally wrong on that. Oh, this door is usually open. They have it closed, I guess, because mass. Right. Anyway, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful one. Okay, the big tree. I don't want to get these guys. And we'll see how it's. I want to show you the structure back here that they just built. It's a little prayer area, and it's fairly new. They just finished it recently. I know something's going on over at the high school or the college. I hear hollering. Now, this is where the priests live, I believe, and they have a garden. They have a little garden area back there. So that's donated by Engineer Dennis Banya and family. Interesting. Let's walk this way. This is all part of the compound for the Catholic Cathedral here. And they're having a good old time at the school. Another owner type Jeep with a more modern front, more modern grille on the front. And then it's like stages of the cross there maybe. But this area here, they just built this. And this is really, it's covered, so when it rains, they can still go in there and they can pray. And it's kind of a nice feature. Bummer the gate's locked. But they did a really nice job with this. Are you guys okay on the film? Okay. I want people to see that they just built this. Yeah, see, they did it. I watched them build this whole thing, and now it's finished. It's kind of nice what they did. And so you can be in here whether it's raining or not, and be out of the sunshine. And I like the stonework. It's just something different. It's something nice. So if they want to have Vespers outdoors or whatever they want to call it, they could even do a mass here, I guess. But no, I'm not Catholic, but I'm just showing you this for educational purposes and to show you what's here. And I was hoping the gate was open, but it's not. It's locked. So I got to walk all the way back out. Is the gate open? Is it open, the gate? I was hoping I could. Yeah, they just gave me the bad news. Now it's for sure. I thought maybe it was open, but yeah, it's got the padlock on it. Bummer. That means I got to walk all the way back around. I didn't want to do that. Oh well. I'm not going to tell you that's the first time that's ever happened to me, because it's not. It's happened to me a lot. Walk back there and the gate's shut. Now, they're having services today, or mass today, or something, so normally it would be open. But it's not. That's okay. All the fat I'm carrying, I need the exercise. It's all good. Another owner type Jeep. I'm really sorry that gate wasn't open, because now I got to walk a long ways to go around. So, but look at the church again. It's just beautiful building. Sure, it needs some cleaning up at top there, but that's any building including my house in the Philippines. You get the mold on it. It's because of so much humidity over here. And believe it or not, I'm very near the coast. Within 10 minutes. It's just that it's hard to get to the beach because all the property's owned before you get to the beach, and the people, they either don't want to let you through or they want you to pay a little bit to get through, and I'm just not going to do that. So. Oh, you gotta get out of the way. I got somebody coming up behind me. Yep, so back the way that I came. I can't get through the gate like I was hoping. That's okay. So there's some of your typical motorbikes. There's a nice NMAX right there. A little Honda TMX, I'm sorry. Well, I'm thinking I'm just gonna go home now, but I got a long walk to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down for now and see what I can do with it, and show you guys a little bit of the streets and houses and places in San Juan, Batangas.